like Attila the Hun. I came here to conquer. Lanes bring the beef, I tell them no donker. They wanna play games, I shock them like Blanca. They still rudimentary, I'm tough like Tonka. And let me get this off my chest. I'm hearing going nowhere, so haters take a rest. Ain't nothing handed, just working hard, sweating. You can take that to the bank. I know I did bet.
Welcome to episode 24 of Eye of the Storm. I, of course, am your host, Tempestt. Please be sure to hit the like button, and if you're new and like the content, be sure to leave a sub, hit the notification bell to know when the next video goes up, and leave a comment. It really does help the channel out. Also, if you haven't seen the previous episodes, feel free to give those a look as well. I've also started a playlist for ease of access, as you know, and of course I do my own music, montages, and the like. I work with Mind Over Mixup and BDG, so check them out too. And with that out of the way, let's get started. This week has finished, and as of me recording this, I have utterly failed, as many others have, to get a PS5. I did manage to help my dad get a Series S though, so small victories. At this rate, I don't think I stand a chance unless the console's given to me. I can't really go into my own situation, but I may not see a PS5 for a while, if ever. But I'll still do what I can to bring you news and whatnot. Look, I don't know if you guys knew, but the Walmart website crashed due to Sony consoles. Target, Amazon, and some others suffered similar issues, and Best Buy said they won't have physical consoles in store until 2021. It's a bit of a mess, but, we knew it would be. However, the show must go on. And honestly, you can still help with what resources you have, right? It's a part of teaching and being a leader. Speaking of which, our subject is gonna be about some community roles. So look, there was an interesting conversation that was had in a different community that I'm a part of. Shoutouts to Collisions. They do amazing work. They're a great welcoming community. They're located in Dallas, Texas, and they do all sorts of stuff, but they've got a tournament series online right now called Game du Jour, and their last one for the year is for Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. Be sure to check them out, give them some support. But the discussion we were doing, it kind of came about for what to do with helping out newer players, getting better, so on and so forth. It sparked a good discussion, and it got me to thinking about how things really do work out for players and communities, and how they can help or even hurt. Simply put, the term "it takes a village" is how you can make or break that community that you wish you had. One of the things I constantly hear is about how people worry about being involved, being important, and kind of just mattering as a whole. Here's the preface. Because, I'm not about condemning one side or the other. There really is a responsibility on both sides for growth to happen, and the patience and understanding needs to be there too. So let's look at a couple different points within this subject and obviously our time frame. First off, ask questions. And we know I've said this before, however, it's super crucial in community settings. If you're new, ask questions about the game, about tournaments, about sessions, about pretty much anything you can think of. If you want to know more and you want to be included, you're going to have to ask. The same can be said, however, for more experienced members. Ask people if they need help, if they don't understand something. Greet newcomers and get to know them. Even if they aren't an individual who came for the tournament specifically, you can still make a good impression and gain new people. It also helps those who are more shy or socially withdrawn, so they don't have to make the first move but can still hold a conversation. You want to make sure that people are as comfortable as possible. Secondly, don't hold too much stock in ranking or clout. Now, this kind of leans more so in the end to newcomers, but honestly, it holds up for those in position of being more known in your area. I get it. Look, it's your first tournament, and you don't want to seem like you're lacking, if you will. Look, in the end, it doesn't matter. Flexing your online rank and, all that, it doesn't mean much to a good chunk of the established or experienced players. Because rank, it has its place, and I understand that. But there's so many people that just don't play ranked. So theirs would be lower than yours naturally. You would literally be putting a target on your back to get humiliated if you keep bragging. Your Ultra Plat means nothing. It's a whole new world, and you haven't experienced not being comfortable in your own home. Now, conversely, Being established doesn't mean you can or should act like a stuck-up prick. Don't just dismiss what people have to say or act like you're too good to sit with people for games. It also goes back to answering questions. Don't think your rank or your clout in the actual community is an excuse to play God. Many people look up to you, they respect you, or they see you as their goal. So, it might be a good idea to not drive a wedge, especially if you want to keep your local scene intact so you can practice. Thirdly, don't limit yourself to just one type of player. This goes for advice and just overall games and training. Yes, use your fellow players around your level. You want to do that, but it actually pays to run sets with people weaker and stronger than you. That well-rounded gathering of skill actually will help you out. Even people weaker than you can see something you don't. They also may have a way of playing that you can encounter in tournament that might just take you out otherwise. Which, side note, I will say ranked is extremely good for that. Then, the ones near you in level are a good indicator of how your overall growth is. Look, it's bad to constantly play people who are doing things above your level as well if you're not gonna ask questions. Or if you just don't understand it. It's kind of just falling on deaf ears at that point. Respect all skill levels though, because everything is a source. That is something I could go into on a different time as well, so we'll put that on the back burner. Just put a little pin in that. Lastly, then, to wrap up, have fun and play to learn. Not everything's going to be about wins and losses when you play. There's more to matches than winning and losing. Heck, just watch a shonen anime, they talk about that. Like Initial D. Great series, by the way. Plus, understanding that people are going to grow at different rates will help you kind of soften the frustration at times. If you just don't focus on wins and losses, like I keep saying, it's much easier to see and to attain growth that way. And again, don't focus on how fast you grow. I feel like I'm constantly repeating myself, but look, when you're too focused, it makes it hard to see it. But it's much easier to grasp it. As per usual, I can't go too much on this subject on this platform because I don't really want to take up all your time. However, do keep an eye out for other projects I'm usually on, like Mind Over Mix-Up and whatnot, and even the TO Talk. I usually share them on Twitter, and sometimes we cover some of these subjects that I cover here. But that should do it for now. How do you feel about the subject? Agree? Disagree? Have an addition you want to make? Let's talk more in the comments. You can also reach out to me on different platforms, however you know how to. Remember, I take ideas or clips, and I'll always credit you for your contributions. And again, we've surpassed 100, so again, thank you so much for that. I really can't thank you enough. And since the next episode won't be out before this event, I'm going to mention it now. There is an Apex Legends Crazy Trios charity event next Friday the 20th. Yeah, try saying that 10 times fast. It's for a good cause, Naomi House, which is essentially hospice for children with cancer. Be sure to follow my team, Brutal Democracy, for details, and also I will make sure it's known on Twitter. It's the best place to keep in touch. Remember, the new single will be out on the 16th, so look out for that, and that'll be on YouTube and SoundCloud. Just remember to tell your favorite reactor about it. I think that'll be it though. Remember to communicate in order to get better, that's the takeaway. And that being said, be safe, take care of each other, press buttons, and catch you on the flip side.
You want says, best believe that you'll catch one. Represent my gang, head shaking like I'm Gladiator. Beat the beat ferociously, I'm vicious like the Manitan. Robbie flavor rapper, then just rolling like a Don Fin. I'm flame body, everything I do is guaranteed high. Y'all gon' keep this record spinning heavy like a Pokestop. I grasp not